Hello everybody, my name is Matthew Heiserman alongside Isaac and Thomas. Today we have the Touchdown Show. So, the first topic that we are going to be discussing is our Super Bowl prediction. So I'll start with you, Isaac. Who do you have in this upcoming season?
Well, you know, I mean, my biased and unbiased opinion think the same thing right now. I think the Eagles they have an easier path. They've got the NFC. I mean, who are they playing? The 49ers, they don't have a quarterback. And outside of that, I mean, there's really no teams that you could really say, like, are in the same roster state as what the Eagles have been able to do with Jalen Hurts. And I think that, yes, there are some teams better than the Eagles, but I think they're going to have a lot harder time. And even though the Eagles might, you know, have a pretty good chance to lose in the Super Bowl, I think they have a pretty good chance to be in the Super Bowl, which is something I cannot say for many more teams.
You, Thomas?
Me personally, I think the Bills will make the Super Bowl. Even though Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow are in the AFC, I think the Bills can make a run as long as they're healthy. They have Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. They also have Singletary and Isaiah McKenzie. But as long as their defense is healthy, they'll have a great defense to play with. And I think they can make it to the Super Bowl, and they'll probably be facing the Eagles or the Cowboys.
Yeah, and I mean, the only knock on the Bills that I can think of is that Diggs doesn't want to come back. I mean, Diggs is really mad that they haven't had much playoff success, and to be honest, I'm not sure he's going to play.
Now, personally, I don't see the Bills beating the Chiefs in the playoffs this year. They haven't done it in the past. I don't see it being any different this year. Now, Isaac, what's your thoughts on a team like the 49ers?
I just don't. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to compete with the teams because, I mean, look, they have probably, outside of quarterback, the best roster in the NFL, and I'm not sure it's close. But, I mean, there's a glaring hole there, and it happens to be one of the more important positions on the field, if not the most. And I mean, teams have won with, like, mid quarterbacks before. I mean, Trent Dilfer won it with the Ravens, whenever that was. But, I mean, it's not easy, and I think with the state of the league right now, I mean, Christian McCaffrey can't do everything.
Now, Thomas, I heard you mention the Cowboys as a potential Super Bowl team for you.
Yeah. I think the Cowboys are, like, if the Giants, like, if even they just resized Barkley, but I don't think the Giants have the weapons for Daniel Jones to, like, make the Super Bowl. They don't have the weapons. So I think the Cowboys are a close second in that division to the Eagles. And so they're another team that I can see. They have Dak Prescott. They did lose Zeke, but they have Tony Pollard that they might re-sign. They have CeeDee Lamb. They lost Dalton Schultz, but they added Brandon Cooks, who I think is going to be a great weapon for Dak Prescott. And the only thing that really questions them is, will it bring Tony Pollard back, and can Dak Prescott stay healthy?
Well, more to the point that the Cowboys have some hope to break the curse of the divisional round is they already signed Tony Pollard, so he's playing. And they also added superstar corner and former defensive player of the year in Stephon Gilmore.
And it looks like we have a caller.
Hi, my name is Jules. I'm here to talk about the Cowboys. What are the potential looks that they'll win the division?
Well, I'll start. No, I'll start. So the first, I know a lot about what the Cowboys are doing because, I mean, I don't know, I just do. But the Cowboys, they could win the division, and it seems likely because, I don't know if you know, but their NFC East hasn't had a repeat winner, so someone win it 2 times in a row, in like 20 years. And I think that's a curse that might just stay, and there's no other team that would do it. I mean, I'm sorry, but the Giants and Commanders just aren't going to.
The thing that I see about that and how a team has never repeated is I also don't think there's ever been a team in that division in the past 20 years at the level that the Eagles have been in.
I think you're absolutely right.
This past year, they started 8-0 last season.
Yeah, if they can, I think you're absolutely right. I think that team is the best Eagles team ever.
Mm-hmm. And I would be shocked if Dallas won that division.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, you never know though. I mean, like the football gods, they could just decide that I like this tradition and there's not much you can do about it.
Thomas?
I think, this is a little bit, I still think that the Eagles run the division. Like, yes, the Cowboys can do it, but the Eagles' defense was a little bit scary at the end of the season. So if that Eagles defense is the same as it was at the end of the season, then I think the Cowboys have a very good chance of winning the division. Even though the offense of the Eagles will still be great,
You know,
I still think the defense just needs to show up because they didn't show up at the end of the season.
well, I just don't understand that. I mean, they did in the last couple games. I mean, in the Super Bowl, fine, but that's against the best offense in the league, undeniably, basically, and the best quarterback in the league, completely undeniably. But I don't know. In the 2 playoff games before that, they allowed a grand total of 14 points. If that's not showing up, I really don't know what is.
Well,
I mean, that's incredible against 2 solid offenses.
the Fletcher Cox, he's getting very old. He's aging fast.
Yeah, but
Like, he's coming towards the end of his career. Darius Slay, he's young.
no,
he's
he's 32.
That's once you enter, you're close to 40 yet. But he's in his prime. He's good. I see Fletcher Cox he's not gonna be there much longer.
Yeah, I mean,
When Fletcher leaves, then I think that defense is changed drastically because in the past, Fletcher Cox was the centerpiece of that Eagles defense. And the Cowboys, their defense has Megan Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, and Stephon Gilmore. I don't think that defense is going to be very beatable. With that offense, I just don't think the Cowboys might be able to beat the Eagles this year.
And with that,
This might be the Cowboys' year.
we're going to have to wrap up the football show. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matthew alongside Isaac and Thomas.